it's doing. Justin, we still good on the speed, about 25 miles per hour, give or take?
Yeah, it seems like it's trying to get closer to 30, but yeah, 25 seems to be some of the latest report on the radar estimating.
All right, so the whole line now, just count on the whole line being severe, okay? All right, and it's going to come right across the Oklahoma City area. And we're not talking, here's the thing, we're not talking about winds of 80 to 90 miles per hour right now, okay? We're looking at winds of 50 to maybe 60. All right, so that'll still give you some power bumps. That'll bring down some tree limbs. You'll get some power outages. And looking at the latest, I see that behind you there, the power outages, 500 customers in Ellis County from the storms from earlier. So, and that's pretty good considering what we have moving through, but this line is getting stronger as it's sliding east. I want to point out no tornado warning in effect, but this again is going to be spreading across the city. It's picking up some speed. You notice that?
Yeah, the latest warning that came out for Blaine, there where Watauga and Marty is, that's for 30, moving to the southeast at 30. So this line, now that it's firmed up, it's surging out to the southeast at around 30.
Yep. Now let's go to Marty Logan. He's in Watauga. And Marty, your storm is severe. Looking back to your northwest, I know you've had a long day, you and Kyle. We do appreciate you. And you've had a long day. You've seen every tornado in the state of Oklahoma today. I don't know how many you saw, at least 3 or 4, and now you're still tracking severe weather in Watauga. I'm going to owe you dinner, my friend. Go ahead, give me an update. Looking back to your northwest, what's your wind doing right there? I know the gust front's ahead of you. What kind of wind do you have? Go ahead.
Yeah, so the gust front's just off to my left, which is to the north. And look on your radar, that little area just north and east of me look like a little notch on the radar. And so I'm watching that up there just to see if anything might happen. Right now I'm not seeing anything, but that's what's going to be concerning now is those little leading edge spin-ups, I guess. So anyway, we are headed eastbound towards Kingfisher, and we're keeping an eye on this. Back to you.
Okay, all right, nice job. So he is on the leading edge of this storm again going through Blaine County. Hey, why don't we do that? Why don't you do that when we get back? All right, just get okay. We're trying to order a pizza. We have.
You weren't supposed to tell them our secret.
Well, I had oatmeal this morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. Thought I might get a dinner break in, but that's not happening. So yeah, just order a pizza and get my card. Let's just, anyway. If they decline it, use yours. You'll be good. All right, yeah, those will work too. Is my card over there? Yes. Okay, you know what? Anyway, we'll get that figured out. All right, so here's the line now running from west of Douglas. It is severe. Now coming into Canadian County, severe storm, and this is starting to tighten up. That's what Marty was talking about. There's a little bit of a kink back in here, and that's going to go right into Blaine County, moving through, now coming into Watauga, going to Greenfield and Gary. It's going to come into Canadian County. Get ready, Hennessy. Get ready, Dover. And again, Guthrie, Edmond, all of Oklahoma City, every square inch of Oklahoma City will get these storms. And some of these, well, they're all going to be fairly strong with, again, small hail, nickel and dime, up to quarter-size hail, and winds up to 50 to 60 miles per hour. Again, not everybody's going to have that, but some of you are going to, and it's going to be in pockets along the line, okay? All right, so Justin, let's zoom on in. Let's go north first, and we're going to work our way down the line. We'll do a little bit of everything here. Still a spin right over Carrier. And, this is just a ball of energy here. And it's making its way really due east. Now coming into Garber, Billings, Lamont, Alcorn, Ponca City. Here comes the rain. It is severe now. Wow, look at that. It really bowed out there, didn't it? Starting to really bow out there. South of Lamont, down to Garber and Covington. And that's going to make its way again to the east at roughly 25 to 30. What you got? 25 to 30 miles per hour. And that's going to go to Red Rock, okay, over to Perry. And to hail in here, nickels and dimes. There are some quarters in that line. Let's go back to hail again one more time. Nothing behind it, by the way, okay? But in behind it here and along the line, nickels and dimes and quarters, okay? That's big enough. Quarter-size hail will do damage. Now, let's come back down to the Watauga storm. This is where we have problems. This has really ramped up, and this is coming to the metro. And that's a damaging hail event right here. And that core is really getting bigger. Now, northwest of Watonga, showing golf balls now. North of Watonga, it's going to go pretty much on or near Watonga down to Greenfield. It'll make its way into Canadian County and down near Gary. Now, the hail core of that might stay west of El Reno. Don't go to Vegas on that. But the whole line continues to increase and get stronger. And as we go back to the southwest, let's go back down the line, and then we'll do some storm tracks here. But running from Custer City back down to Elk City, back down to Eric, the whole line again, now becoming severe, running from northern into central, into southwestern or western Oklahoma, and a big supercell out here. There is some rotation also I want to point out with this storm north of Elk City, a little bit here. A little bit of an inflow notch. It's taking on kind of that look. Nothing crazy. Golf ball size hail with the big hook and the panhandle. And there's the hook trying to develop near Elk City. We do not need a hook. We don't want that to happen. But that's going to go to Foss. And you see it? It did ramp. It did come up some, but now it's come back down. All right, so Justin, we need to get the trackers in place. Marty still looks good where he is. And there's a big hail core north of Marty. All right, is your storm track? I'll let you update that. Let's do this.
You want Hank to stop? He's heading east still for that coming out north of Elk City.
Yeah. Well, I mean, gosh, he could go all the way to Timbuktu. Yeah, I tell you what, have him hold right there at Weatherford or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, tell him to hold there. Let's get back to Marty Logan and bring Marty back in here. Marty, give me an update. You're on the storm itself now in southeastern Blaine County. That storm headed for Oklahoma City. What have your winds been over the last little bit? Go ahead.
Well, I'd have to pull over to find out. I mean, right now I'm just watching this stuff off to the north. Kyle thinks we've got some scud that's on the ground or rain shafts. We're not real sure to my north and east. Just keeping an eye on the leading edge. Right now we're staying just out ahead of it to where we are not getting any moisture, no rain or anything like that. Because once that runs over you, you're going to lose the visibility. So we're keeping an eye out back to the north and northeast is what we're watching right now. And a lot of drilling rigs out here in oil fields, so hopefully the lightning doesn't do too much damage. Back to you.
All right, Marty, so just one more time, your wind speeds, what have you had here in the last 10 to 15 minutes? Anything crazy? I think you're still out ahead of the main line, but you still have a north wind, right?
Yep, I'm looking at an H2S sock right now, and it is out of the north. So, yes, at a tank battery. So we do have north winds right here on the highway going over to Kingfisher.
Okay, well, and the wind's going to get stronger. So the winds, again, we're looking at about 50 to maybe 60 on some of the stronger storms. But where they're not severe, we're looking at winds at about 40 to 50, okay? But we're still going to see those peak gusts at times up to 60 miles per hour, okay? In pockets, not everywhere, okay? So, excuse me. All right. I finished my snack. All right, so there's Marty again up near Watonga. All right, let's go back to Links 1. Here comes the entire line. We're looking for any spin along the line. And right here, small little couplet, southeast of Carpenter, right? So the tornado threat is certainly not zero. It's low, right? We've lost some of the daytime heating, but we still have some other dynamics in place. So we need to watch this. And this is going down towards Foss. This is going down towards Cordell. And there's a chance that could tighten up. So we cannot take our eyes off this stuff, okay? As it makes its way down to the southeast towards Foss and Burns Flat. But from there, it's going up to Custer City. Let's do a storm track on 5, Links 5 control room. And here's the metro now, one more time, Oklahoma City. We're looking at Kingfisher right at midnight, and we'll be there. It's moving southeast. What's your speed now? You did it 30? Okay. Clinton at about midnight as well. The Water Zoo Park at about midnight. Perry, 12:12. Guthrie at about 12:30. Langston, 12:42. El Reno, 12:45. Stillwater, 1247. And we'll say El Reno at about 1245. Stillwater, 1247, like I said. Edmond at about 1250, give or take. These have sped up a little bit, coming through a little bit faster. Downtown Oklahoma City at about 1:13 in the morning. Tinker Air Force Base, 128. Say Newcastle, 141. Norman at about 2 o'clock in the morning. Shawnee at 2:07. Chickasha at about 2 o'clock as well. So that's that leading edge. And this is going to come barreling through the city. Not everyone's going to get severe weather here in Oklahoma City. Some places will have winds 40 to 50. Other places might have winds to 50 to maybe 60. And then some places will be 30 to 40, okay? So it's not going to be everywhere along the line. We have kind of 3 areas that are severe now. East of Enid, going to Billings, about ready to leave Garfield County into Noble County, going to Perry, and going to Sooner Lake, going to Pawnee. And then the storm in Kingfisher is not quite severe, but the storm at Watonga is. Big hail with that storm as it makes its way off to the south and to the southeast. So the threats continue to be, no tornado warnings in effect right now. The threats continue to be nickel dime corridor up to golf ball size hail and winds of about 50 to 60 miles per hour, okay, as they come in from the west. And Justin, when Jeremy gets over to, I tell you what, let's have him come east and get up into northwest sides of Oklahoma City, maybe come up Portland.
Yes, that is his plan. He was going to go back on the northwest side once he got into town.
Okay. Well, then Hank has stopped at Clinton, or at least he's out at Clinton, or Weatherford, I guess.
Weatherford.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's go back to Links 1, and let me know when you get another storm track. This is a big storm here. There's some big hail in here.
Yeah, I have the southern track for the western into southwest Oklahoma on 2.
Okay, so there's Links 2. These storms, that's severe. Not quite severe near Dempsey, but you're close. Butler, Elk City storm severe. Not quite severe near Thomas. You get the pattern here. Watonga severe, a little bit of a break. So we have weaknesses in the line. It's a solid line, but we have weaknesses where the storms are not quite as strong. Okay, so that's why, again, we have pockets where we're going to have some winds of 50 to 60 and other winds where we will not. So I'm looking at the power outages here. Still 500 customers without power up in Ellis County. So that's better. That number's been that way. I mean, we don't have any other areas showing up, but that could be changing as these storms come into a much higher populated area, like the largest city in the state, and that's going to be Oklahoma City, right? All right, so solid line now. Here, your storm track, Sayre at about midnight, El Reno, again, 1238, 1245. Hobart, 1245. Mangum, 1 o'clock in the morning. Hollis, 122. Altus at about 136. Chickasha, 140. Thank you, John. And Snyder at about 139 in the morning. Lawton at about 1205. All right, so everybody in southwest Oklahoma, Sayre, Mangum, Hollis, you're getting storms. Hobart, right? El Reno, Oklahoma City, everybody getting storms in here. Okay. You have another storm track up north?
Just finished it on Links. What number am I? 3.
Links 3. Great. Thank you. Now, Medford, not severe. Ponca City, what's coming into you right now is not severe. It looks like this will go just south of you. But the severe storm now is in eastern Garfield County, east of 81, east of Enid, now over places like Billings and Red Rock, eventually up into Perry, into Noble County, and northwest of Perry. Perry, you're going to get it. Kingfisher, midnight, Ponca City, 1221. Perry, 1222, Guthrie at about 1242, and we'll say Langston, 1246, Stillwater at about 1 o'clock in the morning, and Cushing at about 133, and Pawhuska at about 143. So once again, if you're just now joining us, if you're up, no tornado warnings in effect right now. After a wild afternoon and a wild evening of tornadoes in northern Oklahoma with flash flooding, I want to point out the flooding is now gone. There's still water, trust me, on the roads up here and in the ditches and all that, but the flooding threat has dropped for Woods County, okay, and Harper County. Your storms have now moved out. But see that ball spinning when you lapse the radar? See that little spin? This is just a ball of energy that's basically intensifying over Oklahoma. And here it comes, right? Coming right into northern, right into central Oklahoma. This will sweep across every square inch of Oklahoma City and every square inch of southwestern Oklahoma, and it's going to cross I-40. So moving southeast now at about 25 to 30 miles per hour. So, yeah, the whole line is severe coming into Oklahoma City here.
Justin?
shortly. Hey, Justin. Okay, let's go back to Links 1. And Justin, go ahead and zoom on in. Let's talk about Kingfisher County. And then now coming through Dover, just north of Kingfisher, back to Omega. Marty's right there. He's just east of Omega. And then from there, coming in on Lovell. From there, west of Orlando and Lucien, and then back to Crescent, and then back to Laurie, and back to Cashin. All right, so sliding southeast, just blowing through Dover right now. Back to Watonga. Biggest hail is right here. Big hail now north of Watonga. Justin, turn on the hail sizes for me. Right here, this is the biggest hail, and that's going to be golf balls now coming into the western sides of Watonga. Quarters and golf balls now coming into Watonga. And this is all, again, sliding to the southeast towards Oklahoma City. Folks, we're going to take, again, about a 2-minute break. We will be back in 2 minutes. Stay on News 9. We'll keep you advised.
The more comfortable everyone feels in your home, the more likely it is to get messy. To ease your mind, Living Spaces is partnering with Krypton Home Fabrics, the top indoor performance fabric brand. With 6 exclusive collections and 30 luxurious fabrics that repel liquids, resist odors, and release oil-based stains, you can enjoy without worry. Customize your design at no extra cost and receive your piece in as little as 4 weeks. Live freely and stylishly with Krypton Home Performance Fabrics at Living Spaces.
Living Spaces.
David Payne, he can get a little intense.
Oh, I love the artwork.
Yeah, it's pretty. Oh, look at the clouds in the background there.
Look at this one, David.
Oh, mama, look at that. Look at the cumulonimbus clouds going up behind the mountain range. The air hits the mountain, goes straight up. Thunderstorm develops like 40, 50,000
It's just like that.
That is amazing. Starting to spin. Look at this.
Yeah, he lives it.
Oh man, this storm is really starting to spin. Look at the mesocyclone. Oh boy, hang on. We gotta get, let's get Val here. All right, there's Brandon. Hang on, we gotta get Jim. Oh, hang on, sorry. Jim, hang on, there's Jim. Oh man, look at that. Carter's coming in. That thing is spinning like a top. That is, oh man, look at the size of that storm.
He's just that way.
Hey, no hard feelings, even though you didn't take my baby name idea, right? But, you know, maybe it's a nickname.
Cyclone?
No one has that name, am I right?
Yeah, he's obsessed.
That obsession.
This is going to be a News 9 tornado warning. Val Castor has it live.
There it
it is.
is.
It's on the ground.
Makes you safer.
David Payne.